Today I want to give you two really simple, quick and easy ways to read greens that you can do each time when you're putting that will really help your ability to check the slope and check the camber of each green before you putt, because a lot of times people rush, they don't really take their time, or they're worried about taking too much time, getting right down low and having a look. Or some people say to me, Anne, if I get down low I can't get back up again. So I'm going to give you a couple of really easy ways to do it that won't take up any time much at all and will be really easy to do. So the number one is to, when you're walking onto the green, have a little look at your putt from the opposite side of the hole. Now it's really interesting how much different it can look sometimes from the opposite side of the hole. Now you might think, oh, that's going to take too long, Anne, but it doesn't have to. If you're coming onto the green and your ball's over here, you can just kind of come onto the green on the other side and walk around and past it. And if you get into the habit of doing that each time, it really doesn't take that much time at all. So number one tip is to always try and look at your putt from the other side of the hole if you possibly can, because it gives you a much better all-round picture of what the line of your putt is. Simple tip number two that makes green reading a little bit easier, a lot easier I think, is rather than focusing solely on the line of your putt, look at the green as a whole. This is a really great tip to give you a general view of what the green is doing, and that is really going to tell you what you need to know anyway. So if you look at the green, you can see where the high points are, see where the low points are, and obviously, you know, putt accordingly. If the low points are down here generally, then pretty much your putt is going to go down that way. Another great tip is water. So if there's water near the green like there is here, you can see that the ball generally will run towards the water. You probably can't see on the green very well with the camera, but it does tend to slope down to the front there. But we've got water here, so sometimes they kind of cancel each other out. So you could hit the putt here fairly straight. And that's another really great rule of thumb. If in doubt, just hit it straight. Now, I'm going to give this putt a little go. And I'm going to aim fairly straight because I know it runs a bit down there, but we've got the water there, which it generally runs towards. So I'm just going to hit it straight. You can see it ran off a little bit that way. I didn't hit that one hard enough though. Now the key, another really great tip that's so important, is focus much more on the length of the putt, so more than the line of the putt, because you will three putt way more often by being short and long, more so than you will be by being left and right. So use these couple of tips, look from both sides of the hole if you can, focus on the green as a whole rather than just your line, take into consideration water, the ball will generally flow, run towards the water, but most of all focus much more on the speed of the putt or the length of the putt than on the line, and that's just the length of your stroke. Do some practice, work out what length stroke takes you what distance, and then you will eliminate a lot of those three putts and hopefully find some easier ways to read the green and get the putts a bit closer.